Hey everyone, it is William here from the UpViral team, and I am joined today with Brooke, who is the community manager at Narragansett Beer, who's joining us from Rhode Island in the US. Is that right?
That's correct.
Super. Welcome to an episode of the success stories of UpViral. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to be here.
All right. So basically, Brooke is going to walk us through the campaigns that they do, and they're going to tell us more about their company as well. But through the campaigns that they do, UpViral campaigns, they have been able to generate over 61,000 leads. So she definitely has some amazing lessons that she learned in this process. And that is what she's going to be revealing with us today, and also walking us through one of their most successful campaigns. So let's dive into it. Before we dive into the campaign specific, can you give us a little bit more of an overview of your business?
Yeah, so I'm the community manager for Narragansett Beer, which is a beer company located, we're headquartered in Providence, Rhode Island. We've been around since 1890, so we're pretty old. And yeah, so my role is I basically handle all the digital marketing, and we distribute our beer in 20, I believe 25 states now. So we're in just about half of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
yeah,
awesome. So I think most of the interviews that I've done for UpViral, like these success story interviews, I think it's pretty much all from very young companies, like they are just getting started, like startups, or maybe yeah, they have like 5 years or 3 years or 7 years. But yours was funded in 1890, so that's definitely like a record for an elderly
yeah.
company at UpViral. But yeah, that's amazing. So what made you? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say it's sort of a unique situation. We're founded in 1890, and then we went all throughout like Prohibition. We were actually featured in Jaws. There's like a famous scene where Captain Quint like crushes the can. And eventually we did go out of business in the late 90s, and our president bought us back in 2005, and we've been going really, really strong ever since. So yeah, there was just like a little down period in there, but sort of like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah,
We're back
awesome,
and better than ever. So it's definitely a
awesome.
unique situation.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you said you were in the movie Jaws?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow, that's amazing. I love
yeah.
that
Very
movie.
cool. Yeah,
Super.
you'll have to look for us next time.
Yeah, I will. I will. Super. And so, what made you use UpViral?
So since my tenure here, we've done a series of giveaways, and we've mostly hosted them on social media. And we found that they were successful, but we were looking for a way to elevate them even a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So getting people more involved in all of the marketing that we're posting as a company. So getting people involved on more of our social media platforms. Maybe they only follow us on Instagram, getting them on our e-blast list, just getting people more integrated into the marketing efforts of the company. And so we just started looking for opportunities and how we could elevate these campaigns
Great.
that we were running.
Okay. So I imagine that you were doing the typical like giveaway on like Instagram, for example, with a picture, tag your friends below, or share this to your
Right.
Instagram stories, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and they were really successful. I think we do a really good job sort of identifying what is it that our consumers would like to receive by giveaway. But it was sort of how can we take what is good and make it great.
Yeah, yeah. Good to great. Yes, I love that. That's also an amazing book. Um, okay, and so that was at the end of the day like your goal with a viral, right? To take it from giveaways that you were doing, hosting them on social media directly. They were good, but you wanted to elevate the results, make them great, and also capture people's email addresses. correct?
Right. Yeah.
And so now let's talk a little bit more about the campaign itself. So what type of campaigns do you run and how often?
So all of the campaigns that we currently have been running through UpViral have all been giveaways. Our goal is to host them once a month. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way, just depending on what we have going on. But for the most part, they are once a month.
Once a month. And tell us more about the results that you achieve with these giveaways that you host in UpViral.
Yeah, so they've all been really successful so far. I mean, we've tailored the different giveaways to different months, different things that we have going on during the months. And it's been really awesome to elevate all of our giveaways to we get to, I think the most important aspect of it is the sharing for us. So it really increases the virality of someone who may be super ingrained in our brand and super familiar with it, and they live in a state where we distribute, and then they have the opportunity to be encouraged to gain points or gain entries by sharing with their network, which most often are in the states that we distribute as well. So we've had a really great experience so far. As you mentioned, we've acquired over 60,000 leads over the course of, I think we've been using them UpViral for 9 months now, and that's not a giveaway every month. So
yeah,
it's been great.
All right, awesome. And so what one giveaway per month is something really, really good to help you like increase like your social media following, capture more email addresses, get people more engaged with your brand as well, and overall like turn your existing audience into promoters to share it with friends, etc. Right? And something that I see a lot of people doing UpViral and a lot of customers do when they join UpViral, they set up a giveaway campaign. They run it once, and then when the campaign ends, they end the campaign, and that's it. They've done a giveaway, right? Maybe they have accumulated 1,000, 2,000, or 500 leads, or some people collect 10, 20, 100,000 leads in one campaign. But they tend to end the campaign, and then that was it. And what I see that you do differently is that you have a rhythm to these campaigns, right? You keep doing them every single month. And it's through these constant perpetual campaigns that you're doing, the monthly giveaway, that you have now accumulated over 61,000 leads with UpViral, which is something that a lot of business owners would love to have. 61,000 people sitting on their email list that you can promote to on Black Friday, on a Christmas campaign, or any email communications that you want to do throughout the year. So that is something that I acknowledge from you and what you have done, like being consistent with the campaigns every single month. That's really good.
Yeah, it's definitely been really helpful. And we use Klaviyo as an e-blast provider. So there's a great integration that everyone from these leads lists automatically go into their own list on our email platform, and then instantly get integrated into our sales emails, our marketing emails, and then like further campaigns down the road, like you mentioned, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, stuff like that. And we see a lot of return from these people who are what we call like new fans, who may have stumbled upon us through this giveaway now, can support us and become further loyal fans of the brand.
Absolutely. And going back to the campaigns that you do on a monthly basis, in regards to the price, do you always have the same price, or do you rotate prices? Do you change it every single time?
We do. So yeah, we change it every time, just based on seasonality, different stuff that we have going on. So for example, we just finished a campaign that was more autumn centric. So We distribute in the state of Vermont, which has like a really great fall season where all the trees change, and it's a big tourist attraction that people like to enjoy. So we did a giveaway around that. Versus this summer, we did more giveaways around beach, like beach prize packs, or spending time outside, or just again, just more following the season and our marketing and our release schedule for beers.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. So you rotate them every single time. And so now let's look at your campaign. I'm going to share my screen so that the audience can see the registration page. So there we go. And I would love it if you could walk us through the campaign. So this is, just to give everyone a bit of context, this is one of the campaigns, one of the monthly campaigns that you run. This one in specific, you were giving away a Block Island weekend giveaway. And when did you run this campaign?
So this was run from July 20th to through August 1st. So it was about just under 2 weeks.
Okay. Any reason why you do like a little bit shorter than 2 weeks, or versus 1 week, or versus 1 month?
There's a couple of reasons. It's sort of just that's how it fit into our digital marketing plans for the summer. I would say that summer is like our most crazy time, filled with all of the things that we have to promote. So we want to give it ample time to generate leads and for people to participate. But we've noticed through our analyzing the data that we have like a really big bump in the first few days, and then we have more of a boost as time goes on, as we promote it more, send out e-blasts, but then it sort of trickles off between like after 10 days we start to see it decrease. So we try and keep it generally under 2 weeks for all of our giveaways.
Okay, good. So typically what we see as well at UpViral amongst our users, and this is like generally speaking, is that shorter campaigns, like let's say less than 2 weeks, it's easy to keep the audience engaged throughout the giveaway campaign. Whereas like when it goes to like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, sometimes 6 weeks, then you need to have really good strategy in place on how you're going to keep them engaged throughout the campaign. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, because we have interviewed people that were really successful with doing campaigns and doing 1 month or 6 week campaigns, but they had a really good strategy in the back end on how to keep them engaged. So generally speaking, it's easier to generate a buzz, and to have them engaged when they are shorter campaigns, 1 to 2 weeks. So yeah, awesome. So here you can see the campaign on my screen. So Block Island weekend giveaway. And so you have the opt-in with the name and email, and then some text on the page. We're giving one lucky winner a weekend getaway to Block Island in September. We're sending you and your guest of your choice to spend the weekend on Block Island at the National Hotel. You will be giving $100 gift card to both the Or and Yellow Kittens for all the best eats and Gansett beers. Cheers to a very ruddy summer. Contest runs from, so here are the campaign specifics, so the dates, and the winner will be notified via email. Block Island getaway is only valid for 9 to 15. Okay. Void or prohibited. All right. So let's sign up and let's have a sneak peek at the share page. So I'm just going to enter an email address. There we go. Enter to win. Oh, maybe I get the prize. I'm already. There is a campaign that you just opened for this interview, but yeah, the date has passed already. So here we see the share page. Do you want to walk us through the share page?
Yeah. So it right away directs you, here's how to win. Some people, we do see a lot of people who are entering many of our giveaways, but if anyone's not familiar, we do kind of want to walk them through how to enter and what everything means. So increase your chances of winning, follow, tag, email. So then we have our social media platforms here, share on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page. I think one of the like more interesting things that we noticed is for a long time we were just doing follow us on Instagram, share on Facebook. We weren't adding in that like our Facebook page.
Okay.
And then we sort of decided to test that out, and the boost that we saw was incredible. Just that, especially that 1 month, I think we received, I can't remember specifically, but like 4,000, 5,000 likes on our Facebook page that we could tie directly back to this campaign that we added in.
Wow.
And so from there, we have share on email, tag 3 friends in the comments, like the post. So we share a graphic on our social media page where people can tag friends and generate engagement on that post, like this post. It helps to increase the virality of the post on Instagram as well. And yeah, and then further down from there, they have their personal link that directs back to earning points by sharing their own personal link. So people have the ability to share this link with their network if they choose not to share it on Facebook or by email. And we see a lot of success with that as well. People have gotten really creative when it comes to the different ways that they send this out to their network and can generate a lot of points from there. So, and then, yeah, then we scroll down and we have the
The leaderboard.
leaderboard.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a competition, I imagine, right? The person that would end on top would get the giveaway.
So we don't pick it like that. We typically do a randomized, but
Okay.
obviously people who are in the lead have a better chance just because they have more entries. But we don't ever go for like number 1 equals the winner.
Yeah. Okay, so that being the case, it was not a competition. You just added the leaderboard to create a little bit of competitiveness, but the winner would be the more points you have, the higher the chances of winning, basically.
Correct. Right.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Perfect. And so what do you think were the strong points from your landing page and your thank you page that made it work so well?
I think having everything laid out just very straightforward, it just helps to eliminate any confusion when it comes to entering and how to boost your chances of winning. So, you know, just being very specific in the language on this page and in putting that leaderboard at the bottom really gets people excited. I think it adds a level of competitiveness of like you know, okay, everyone here on this page has 10 points, but if I do a couple of the actions above, then I can move myself pretty high up. And it's amazing how many people will enter and sort of stay at 10 points, but if you just do a few of the actions above, you end up with more points and you end up higher on the leaderboard, and it really spirals. But I think just being really straightforward on this and telling people how they can earn additional entries has been really beneficial for us.
Yeah, super, excellent. And so you mentioned before that you run this campaign for like 10 to 14 days, a bit shorter than 14 days, right? How do you keep your audience engaged? Do you do anything like after they sign up?
So they do receive an automated email that thanks them for signing up. And then beyond that, we do have obviously social media posts, which I've mentioned before. We share that multiple times by Instagram stories, just to keep people engaged, keep it front of mind. But we also, at some point in the giveaway, usually around day like 5 or 6, we use the leads that have already been generated and send them an email that reminds them that they still have the ability to boost their chances to win.
Okay.
So it redirects them back to the campaign, and then they're able to complete more actions if they'd like to.
Yeah, got it.
Generally, we see most people just do at least a few more actions to boost their chances and add more points.
Definitely. Like when you do those, when you send out those emails to people that have registered in your campaign, and you tell them that they can increase their chances of winning, even though they saw it 3 days ago or 5 days ago already on the landing page and on the share page, it still like generates a boost of shares and referrals. So that is definitely something that anyone doing campaigns should do. It's one of the keys. Like, yes, you need to get people to sign up. So you need to have initial traffic, which we'll dive into shortly, how you generate the traffic. But you need that initial traffic. But unless you have like then also like a good like reminder set up to get people to increase their chances and accumulate points by sharing, referring, etc. That's when you really it goes viral, right? That's when you really get a ton of
and you can see like, on the dashboard, the UpViral dashboard, the bar graph of when people are entering. There's always been like a correlation of a spike between when we send out that email reminding people to boost and additional entries. I think it's just once we saw that, it's just something that we've factored into our strategy going forward. We've never not reminded people to boost. So yeah.
So here I have basically the total actions from your campaign. I took this screenshot before we started this call, but here we can see from your campaign that out of the leads you generated through this campaign, like almost 30%, we're going to call this 30% of users interacted. And you had 2,550 shares in total, and 81% of the users interacted with your campaign through the custom actions, which we saw. Like it was like tag people on the post, like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, right? There we have 6,987 actions. Can you tell us this campaign for winning the weekend giveaway? How many leads did you accumulate on this campaign specifically? So we know in your account 61,000, but in this campaign specifically, do you know?
I don't have that number in front of me, but I believe it was around 10,000 leads from this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, actually that makes sense because we see here, so total action 6,987 and 81% of users interacted. So yeah, the 10,000.
It was definitely one of our more successful campaigns.
Yeah. Super. And so tell us now more about the first step of any campaign, which is generating traffic to it to start to get leads. What did you do in that sense? How did you send traffic to your campaign?
Yeah, so one thing that we've noticed just through analyzing our email system and our social media is that Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. seem to be when our consumers are most active online, or that's like our best open rate, click rate. So most of our campaigns start Thursday at 10 a.m. That might not be the case for everyone, but that's what we've learned through our data. So we start by posting that social media post around that time. And we have a corresponding e-blast that goes out to our existing e-blast database that directs the consumers to this UpViral landing page. And then we quickly add in the link to our social media posts to that page. So when people are directed to complete that action, like, you know, tag 3 friends in this post or like this post, it links directly to that post. So there's no sort of confusion of what am I liking, what am I tagging people. It's very straightforward.
Okay. Okay. So you basically do two things, right? You post on social media, organic, and then you also send out an email blast, correct?
Correct.
So you don't invest in traffic. So you don't do any paid ads or anything. Just you leverage your organic audiences on social media plus the emails.
Yeah, we have experimented a little bit with a boosted post, but for the most part, it's all organic posting.
Yeah, yeah. So here I'm currently sharing this was the image, right? That was posted on social media. So obviously there would go a text with this. Do you remember what the text said on top of this creative?
So this was the creative, and then the caption was very similar to the text that we went over on that first landing page.
Okay.
The just the details of the contest, getting people excited, telling people how soon it ends and when the giveaway is valid for. One thing that we noticed in, throughout the times that we've been running social media giveaways is that using graphics like this is just like it's a better call to action, because so easy to scroll by things and just think it's just another picture, but having like it really stand out and call people in right from the get-go is really has been really beneficial for us.
Yeah. All right, super. So that was basically the social media post, and then we also have the email blast right here. Make sure my screen again. There we go. So here we have the email, which again, like it goes in line very much with what you had on the landing page, right? So that means great continuation also from email, from social media post to your landing page, so people feel familiar with the content that they see when they land there. Sail away to Block Island with our July giveaway. Enter here. So when they would click here, they would go. Would this go to the landing page, or were you using the one-click sign up in the email so that they would sign up?
Yeah, so our link in bio and the enter here would direct to that page where you would put your name and your email, and then be directed to how to boost your actions.
Okay, so this was all linking to the landing page. Perfect. And so you've done a lot of giveaways now, like you've been using UpViral for 9 months, so I guess 9 giveaways if you've been doing them once a month. 61,000 leads accumulated. What would you say is like the biggest lesson that you've learned that you didn't know like 9 months ago, and now you would want to share with everyone who is doing giveaways or considering to do giveaways to generate more leads and engagement in their business?
Yeah, I think that one of the bigger things that we've learned is you can come up with a concept for a giveaway and you could post it and hope that it does well. But I think sometimes it does do really well, but it can perform so much better if you put in just a little bit more effort to boost and promote the giveaway. So whether that's resharing the social media post to Instagram stories to give your consumers just a little bit of a reminder that we're running this giveaway. Maybe they weren't online when you posted, maybe whatever the scenario may be, you can reach more people. Reminding people to boost through their emails. I think staying on top of them, and when you post it, don't let that be the end of the campaign for you. Don't let it just run its course and say, I hope that I generate a lot of leads. Like, I think just putting in just even a small effort, like resharing or sending out an e-blast, that doesn't take all that long, but has really amplified how many leads we've generated.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right. Awesome to hear. And so I'm getting to one of the final questions I would like to ask you. And this is now like already like post campaign. Okay. So the campaign has ended. You have announced the winner. You collect X amount of leads. You generated the buzz online. What do you now do with those 10,000 leads that you collected through your campaign?
Yeah, so they automatically get integrated into our e-blast. So they're receiving um, one marketing campaign a week through our e-blast system. And they're just reminded of our brand, which has been great. And then from there, if they click through, we have our e-blast system set up of, hey, we saw you looked at this. Are you still interested? Here's a promo code. They sort of fall into our sales funnel a bit, but we're really mindful not to bombard people too much with too many emails. We don't want to anger any of our consumers, but they do funnel into our e-blast system, and we've seen a lot of the people who came in through our contests
Mm-hmm.
become customers of ours
Yeah.
that weren't on our e-blast before for any other reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So they sync with the rest of your leads, and you have weekly campaigns going on via email. Do you, out of curiosity, do you have any stats in terms of like how they convert into customers or any revenue generated? I'm not sure
I
if
don't have that in front of
like
me. I wish I did, but
yeah.
we do see we do notice that a lot of the people who end up on our e-blast list are from states that we distribute in, or at least are familiar with our brand. It doesn't feel totally random. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we don't distribute in Hawaii, for example, or I know you're in Spain, we don't distribute in Spain. So we don't find that a lot of people who are entering our contests are from far outside
Yeah.
of our geographic boundaries. So I think we have a lot of success of converting these leads into actual customers of some sort, whether they're going out and buying our beer or purchasing a hat from our web store.
Yeah.
But I wish I had those numbers in front of me, but
Yeah.
unfortunately I don't.
Okay. It's fine. But what we know for sure is that the emails that you're getting, the contacts that you're getting are legit and are engaged, because
Oh,
what we
100%.
see, yeah, what we see here as well, there's a screenshot of how people like are reacting and engaging with your emails. And through UpViral, you've sent like in this specific campaign, 11,600 emails, and with a 72% open rate. So and a 28% unopened. So that is a very high email open rate, and that also goes to show that the leads that you're getting are engaged with your campaign and with the
Yeah.
giveaway. Cool. If you could do this campaign all over again, would you do anything differently?
I would love to explore more ways to continue to engage the consumer, explore different ways that we can keep people engaged, even further than they are. I think that there's always opportunity to continue to grow. Um, Maybe experiment more with some boosted or paid ads.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel very happy about the performance of this campaign. I think it was really aligned with our brand. I think people really enjoyed it. They were excited about it. So,
Yeah.
and then in turn, we had a lot of engagement on social media, and we received a lot of leads. And
Awesome.
so overall, it was very successful. But always looking for ways that we can continue to engage the consumers that have already entered, and how can we get more.
Yeah. Yeah. The good to great journey never ends, right?
That's
Um,
right.
we always keep improving. Good. And final question for you. In a few words, what would you say about UpViral?
Um, I just I have nothing negative to say. I think sort of like we were saying, good to great. We had something really good going, and it's just amplified it to such an extreme way. We've been able to get in front of people that we weren't previously able to get in front of, and how to just integrate them into our business, which has been so great. So it's been easy to use. It's very straightforward. The dashboards and the analytics that are provided are extremely helpful to see how things are performing, to gauge how long we should run something and what's working and what's not working. So I think it's just been a really great experience so far.
Glad to hear. Awesome. And before we wrap things up, I really want to thank you for your time and for inspiring the UpViral community who's going to be watching the replay of this interview, because I'm sure they will have many new lessons learned from this call, and they will be more successful with their campaigns because of it. So thank you for being here, and thank you for inspiring the community. If they want to connect with you or with Narragansett Beers, like where do they have to go?
Yeah, so we are on Instagram. Our handle is gansettbeer.com, GANSETTBER. Or they can learn more about us at our website, which is www.narragansettbeer.com.
Okay, awesome. Here you have their website. So, Brooke, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being an inspiration for the UpViral community. Keep crushing it with your monthly giveaway campaigns. And hopefully we'll see you in the future again for part 2.
Yeah,
okay?
for 500,000 leads.
Yes. So now you're at 61,000. So we could do another one when you have tripled it, like 180,000 leads. Yeah, then we do
I'm sure I'll have a lot more to contribute and how we got there. Maybe it'll be sooner than we think.
Looking forward to it already. Thank you so much, and have a great day ahead. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Cheers. Goodbye.
Cheers.
Goodbye.